Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashika. I love to read and review books. So if you're interested in book reviews, please consider subscribing. In today's video, I'm going to try and convince you to read one of my favorite books of 2021. So I read it in less than 24 hours. That's how much I loved it. I couldn't put it down. The book that I'm going to talk to you about is A Ladder to the Sky by John Boyne. But you probably already guessed it because, it's in the thumbnail and the title. I'll start by giving a little bit of information about the book. This book follows Maurice Swift. He wants to be a writer and he wants to be a successful writer. That's his aim in life, and he is willing to go to any extent to achieve that. I'm going to read the Goodreads blurb for the book, so that, at least part of the blurb, so that you know what you're getting into. Maurice Swift is handsome, charming, and hungry for success. The one thing that he doesn't have is talent, but he is not about to let a detail like that stand in his way. After all, a would-be writer can find stories anywhere. They don't need to be his own. Maurice Swift, like you heard, is a very untalented writer. He's got the technical aspects of writing down, but he doesn't have the creativity or imagination to make his own stories or make what he writes interesting. Since he doesn't have that much talent in writing, what he does is he leeches off people. He takes their stories and makes it his own. Before getting into the more technical aspects of this video, I have to give you a content warning. I don't think there is any content warning in the book itself, so just be aware that there's going to be murder, rape, anti-Semitism, and maybe a little bit of homophobia. But yeah, just keep that in mind before picking it up. Now that we've gone through what the book is about, let me tell you why I loved it, and this is basically where me trying to convince you comes in. Number one, the structure of the book. Since the book is about Maurice Swift, you would expect it to be from his perspective. But no, the book is actually from multiple people's perspective. You could call them the people, you could call them his victims. I don't know if that's the best word to describe them, but I'm just going to keep calling them victims. So this is split into 5 parts, 3 main parts and 2 interludes. And I loved how we were able to get to know Maurice Swift through the eyes of his victims. And even though the book is in parts, like I mentioned, the story flows. We get a glimpse of his whole adult life in these 3 parts through different people's eyes, and that is absolutely fascinating to watch. Or read. Watch in your head. Reason number 2 is how the author makes you feel. John Boyne is amazing at creating tension through his words. Like, for example, if you read the blurb on Goodreads, you will sort of know what part 1 is about. And even though you already know what it's going to be about, as you read it, you'll still feel very shocked. That is sort of the reaction John Boyne produces. And since it's the victim's point of view, you will feel like a helpless bystander basically watching a car crash in real life. So that is how you're going to feel reading that part 1. And in part 2, his writing, John Boyne's writing, creates this incredible sense of dread in the pits of your stomach. As you read it, you know what is going to happen, and you feel that terrible dread in your stomach. And the feeling of dread is so bad that, for me, I had to skip through some of the, not pages, I didn't skip the pages. I just, skimmed through the text, because I just wanted to know what was going to happen. I knew what was going to happen, but I just wanted to confirm that what I was thinking is going to happen is what's going to happen. Does that make sense? And reason number 3 to absolutely love this book is because you are finally given a villain that you can hate. Let's say there's the Darkling from Shadow and Bone, there's Glockter from the First Law. These are terrible, absolutely shit human beings that you will root for. You will absolutely love them. You feel for them. But it is not the case in this book. Maurice is a monster. He is manipulative, he's delusional, he doesn't care about people, he is willing to commit murder, he's willing to steal, he is willing to use people till they are of use to him and then just discard them. He is willing to destroy people's lives for his own gain, and he wouldn't feel bad about it. He is jealous of others' success, and he can't stand when, people are more successful than him. And he is a narcissistic bastard who thinks that the literary world revolves around him. Which it doesn't. John Boyne gives you the perfect human being to hate. Reason number 4, John Boyne is a very talented writer. So far, this is the only book I've read by him. And I'm very, very interested in picking up all of his books. I'll probably read starting with The Heart's Invisible Furies. Is that what it's called? Let me check. Yes, that's what it's called. Actually, I picked this book up because a friend recommended that book, but I couldn't find it on Amazon, so I had to buy this one instead because he recommended this too. So that's how I came about reading this. Those were the 4 reasons that I absolutely loved Ladder to the Sky. I hope I convinced you to want to read it too. If I did, please like this video. And if you have already read this book, please let me know what you thought. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Any of your opinions, please let me know in the comments. And please subscribe for more book reviews like this. And turn on the bell notification thing to... And this is very narcissistic of me. I'm just assuming that people want to hear my voice. But if you do, please turn on the notification bell thing. I hope to see you again soon. Bye!